Oi, oi! And we're back again. Today, I think we have a fantastic lesson. It's called Mystery. And today we're going to be talking about mysteries. I'm making the website now. All sorts of mysteries on there. Scientific mysteries, historical mysteries, mystery books like Whodunit and things like that. We're going to have a story, classic story about a mystery train. And also, if you're very lucky, on the website today, there's going to be the debut of the premiere, rather, should I say, of a very special film, which we made. Very, very nice film, mystery film. I'm not sure if we're going to put it up. I hope we are. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, all about mysteries today. Now, we're going to begin by going through this fantastic story called Mystery Train. As usual, I hope you can listen along, or maybe also listen and read. And after that, we can do the exercises. All of it, of course, from the wonderful British Council. And then after you've done the exercises, please take a little time to read the stuff on the website. I do choose it very carefully. And also take time to do the listenings. And also, of course, submit a little bit of writing work for us as well, please. Look forward to reading that. But anyway, let's crack on with this story today of the Mystery Train. Candy floss. Candy floss, if you're an American, that's cotton candy. Cotton candy, you know, the pink stuff, fantastic. Candy floss should be the perfect ending to an evening at the fair, but the walk along the old train tracks turns into a terrifying nightmare. The ghost train is for kids, said Claire. You guys go on it if you want, but I'm not paying for a kid's ride. Well, people look pretty scared when they come out, said Peter, trying to pull her towards the ticket office in front of the world's scariest ghost train. Come on, it'll be fun. They're pretending to be scared, said Claire. They know it's not real, so what's there to be scared of? Okay, your loss, said Peter, over his shoulder as he went off to buy a ticket for himself and the rest of their friends. Maybe it was time to go home anyway, Claire thought, though there was one thing left to do at the fair. Buy candy floss. Claire had never, ever managed to finish a whole one. They were just too big and too sweet, yet at the same time there's nothing there. It must be possible though, she thought, as the lady at the candy floss stand handed her a huge pink sugar cloud. She set herself a challenge. Tonight, she was going to eat all of it. For that, she would have to give herself time, and that meant walking home from the fair by the train tracks instead of through the town. It wasn't very dark yet, and she could see the dust kick up under her sandals as she stepped off the dirt and onto the track. Each wooden sleeper was the right distance apart, so she could step from one to the other comfortably. Of course, Claire knew better than to walk on the tracks anywhere else. It was stupid and dangerous. Only last year, some boys in the city had died playing on the tracks. But there was nothing dangerous here, as long as she was careful not to fall and break her ankle. No one in Fellside had any memory at all of a train ever using the railway tracks that cut across the northwest corner of the town. There wasn't even a train station. The tracks suddenly finished at the football stadium, as if the engineers had simply run out of wood. The iron rails continued a few meters further, and then nothing. Claire always thought of them like those cartoons where the cat chases the mouse and the mouse puts down the tracks in front of speeding carriages until he runs out. Yeah. The train tracks were a mystery, but one that was so old nobody really worried or wondered about it anymore. They were just there. They'd always been there, and that was that. The tracks seemed to buzz as she walked. She could feel the vibration through her sandals and into her feet, and then she could hear it too. She stopped, and it got stronger and louder. And then she heard a much louder sound, the screech of metal on metal. She looked behind her. A round light, small but getting bigger, was rushing towards her. It couldn't be a train. The wheels screeched louder against the rails as the driver braked. There was no way the train could stop before it reached her. Luckily, Claire lost her balance and fell to the right off the track. She knew she was screaming, even though she couldn't hear anything above the old steam train as it slowed. Its carriages passed her, empty. Where is it going, she wondered. The tracks end in a couple of miles. A man stuck his head out of the window of the engine and shouted, furious, "Don't you know it's dangerous on the tracks?" But there aren't any trains, Claire said, feeling stupid as the words came out of her mouth. There was clearly a train now. Whatever had been true before. The train couldn't be there. It's not real, she told herself. This isn't real, she repeated out aloud. But then the heat coming from the engine certainly felt real enough. You can't keep walking on the tracks, so you're going to have to take the train the rest of the way. No, Claire protested. Not scared, are you? He said. If it isn't real, what's there to be scared of? It was what she had said to Peter. She found herself climbing the metal stairs up to the train's engine, candy floss in hand. Sit, he pointed to a pile of wood as the train slowly started moving away again. Where are we going? Claire asked. End of the line, he said. Oh, okay. Claire was relieved. That wasn't far at all. The tracks ended not far from here. He said nothing. She didn't want the candy floss. It would take her forever to eat it all, she decided. Impossible. After a few minutes, she guessed they must be reaching the end of the line, but they weren't slowing down. Excuse me, Claire shouted, because it was as noisy inside the train as outside. How long until we get there? As long as it takes you to finish the candy floss, the driver said, of the real ghost train. The pink cloud in Claire's hand looked as big as when she took her first bite. How long is that? She asked, but she already knew the answer. He turned to face her, except there was no face. There was nothing there under his hat at all. Forever, he said. Mystery Ghosty Train. There we go. Today's reading. Not too bad. Quite a good one, in fact. Please now, as always, do the exercises, take a look at the website, do a little bit of listening, do a little bit of writing, and take some time to watch the video. Let's see what we put up. Thank you very much for today. See you again.